Donald Trump just signed the Genius Act and put it into law, which is huge for crypto. Let's take a look at today's Bitcoin update, guys, going over some new things with Bitcoin, why Bitcoin is still very, very scarce, and overall, just another one of these videos. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's your boy Crypto RJ. Let's talk about Bitcoin at $117,000. Bitcoin is doing pretty interesting. So we did see rejection at 120, which triggered technical selling and around $150 million in Bitcoin liquidation. So that was obviously pretty interesting. We could see the rejection. It looks like it happened. I'm not too sure when this rejection happened. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like around here, I guess. Maybe like around here, something like that. There was also an overbought RSI, which again, a 70 RSI for Bitcoin is actually not that, or historically is not that high. But now that you have all these suits in, all the Wall Street guys in, that is pretty high for traditional finance. So pretty interesting stuff right there. Now, to really put things into context, guys, Bitcoin is still only 10% of gold's market cap. It is still early. Now, when you really factor it in, guys, obviously gold is supposed to be, Bitcoin is the digital gold, right? And gold used to be, what currency was based off of, right? We actually used to have a dollar that was backed by gold. Now, it's safe to say that Bitcoin can eventually one day take over gold just because of how much better it is. It's easier to use, easier to move around, safer. Everything about it just makes more sense. Okay, so pretty interesting comparison there. Next up, this is actually very interesting. So as Bitcoin hits new highs, volatility keeps dropping. BTC is maturing into a large cap asset class. So we're going to talk about this here. And guys, speaking of asset classes, right now, a very interesting low cap gem has to be Bitcoin Hyper. It's based off of Bitcoin, right? And kind of ties in with the Bitcoin altcoin season, with the crypto altcoin season, and with altcoins having a lot of popularity, I think Bitcoin Hyper is going to pop off as well. Now, they've raised $3.4 million. They're basically a layer 2, the first Bitcoin layer 2 chain. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I think it will pop off. I will leave a link down below where you guys can go ahead and buy some of it because, like I said, it is going to be pretty freaking cool, okay? Now, back to this. So Bitcoin has been less volatile than NVIDIA for 3 years, which is insane. So until 2022, Bitcoin was consistently more volatile than NVIDIA, but since then the roles have reversed. Even as Bitcoin reaches new all-time highs, its volatility continues to decline. While still more volatile than gold or a broad equity index, Bitcoin now fits comfortably alongside large cap growth stocks, which is pretty interesting. I'd love to see a comparison with Tesla stock. That'd be a cool one. But yeah, we could see its volatility has been literally going down ever since 2022, which is actually insane when you really think about it, right? Less volatile than NVIDIA stock. Now, next up as well, guys, you can see today a Bitcoin whale just sold all the 80,000 Bitcoin for 9.6 billion. Now, it seems like this was an OTC deal, so that's pretty interesting. And this is an anonymous whale who bought all this Bitcoin for $54,000 in 2011. What a freaking trade, okay? Now, this is the actual post of President Trump signing the Genius Act into law. Pretty interesting stuff there, guys. And finally, Bitcoin is stalling, ETH is pumping, textbook alt season. It looks like we might actually see an altcoin season, guys. If we actually take a look at crypto in the past week, we could see ETH is up 16% while Bitcoin hasn't really budged. And in the past 30 days as well, we could see Bitcoin is up 12.5% while ETH is up 40%. So pretty interesting stuff here, guys. Finally, before I end the video off, like I said, definitely go ahead and check out Bitcoin Hyper in the comments, in the description down below. But also, if you guys want to go ahead and buy crypto, sell, store, whatever, check out the best wallet, guys. This is the place to be. You can actually go ahead and use it without any sort of verification, so no ID or KYC. But guys, that is it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.